Episode 314. Wakizashi was the name that I was trying to think of last episode, for the name of these short swords. It's also not the correct name for these short swords, not the ones that shinobi use. I was also thinking Kodachi or maybe some other things, also wrong. I believe these are actually called ninjato, ninja sword, literally, sort of. And while I'm on the topic of remembering things, I guess I remembered that this glamour that I basically stole from another player was Valpernia, I think. Valpernia C something in Rafflesia. Don't remember the full name though, Valpernia something. But they gave me this idea, which I guess I stole the things that I could steal. The headpiece, the top piece, that's I guess the main piece, the Oasis, what is this called again? Right. The Oasis tunic, and the augmented ninja hakama, that's like the main stuff, and I didn't really have the same gloves and leg pieces she had, but I guess this is close enough, so yeah. Credit where credit is due. This really cool looking blend of dark red and brass, and I guess the combination of those two dyes on this very specific set of clothes ends up looking really good for a ninja glamour. Continuing with the remainder of the ninja quest up to level 60, I think we should be able to finish the level 60 quest this time. And maybe next episode continue with the main story finally. It's been like an 8-episode intermission while waiting on Carveline's boat, basically. And for this mission we get to upgrade Assassination to Dream Within a Dream. Guess we'll get a new animation for that. For Assassinate we only ever really saw the animation like make Komori disappear, and I think she sort of like disappears and jumps on top of the enemy, but it's sort of hard to see that depending on what the enemy looks like, because you appear inside their model or something like that, depending on how they look. I don't know. This one's going to be like a 3-fold attack, so maybe it's going to be easier to see. But of course the main thing is that it's going to do more damage, I guess. Komori, Jack's network has caught wind of who has been selling the Yatsuragi clan's stolen treasures. This is information that may lead us straight to the dagger. Calpurnia Velius. Was that it? Calpurnia Velius, was that the name of the player I was thinking? Anyway. He has summoned us both to the guild, but could I ask you to go by yourself? Great. You're leaving us all alone to deal with all of the rogue talk. I cannot leave just now. Akagi and Princess Yuki are on their way here. I sent a missive telling them we might have information on the bandits who robbed her. The princess desires to learn more of them, and so she has seen fit to join us. I believe Jack will give you a thread. Follow it, and return once you have unraveled the truth. Jack's network of spies is most impressive. Presently stationed in Eorzea as we are, perhaps it would not be amiss for us to set up our own. We, huh? You've got like Yome and the guy at the door, and whoever this one is, this unnamed one. I guess she's a true ninja, hiding even her identity. The truest form of stealth is making yourself an untargetable NPC, because then everyone ignores you. Oh, you know, I forgot to center my thing over here. I should have done that before the episode. Oh well. It's close enough to the center for now. I'll just have to do that in between this episode and the next one. Okay. It's just gonna bother me the entire episode. Not that I can tell that it's not centered right now. I just know that it isn't. Compared to like my other gauges and everything. Yeah, just kinda off. Slightly. Is my portrait updated, by the way? Yeah, it's fine. Komori, gods know it ain't simple to make black walkie-days talk, but we tickled Mufa Kelfa's neck with a stamper, and he coughed up a load of information. The Rain and Bauble, a dagger by all accounts, is to be sold at an auction, and attendance is invitation only. The hosts are a band what go by the name of the True Hounds. What, so it's like the true Salt Hounds? Now in the eyes of the law, they're selling loot coin from Imperials on an expedition to the Far East, but God them all don't control where your Denver mort's from. It's a bad mummery, turning a profit under the guise of a proper company. The buyers won't ask too many questions either. Rabbled or no, treasure is treasure. That's just your princess's wit against the True Hounds. The guild can't act on that, not officially anyway. I've left the investigating to well, let's call him a black marketeer. He's a strange one, only came to the guild's attention recently. But I've never met a cove who could get information so quickly. The veil was lifted by a southerly this morn. That put the man at the House of Sticks. He's a sack of blunt. Bad luck to you, lass. Interesting. We're doing this again, but that last guy died, so who's this new guy? Haven't forgotten, have you? That's not your style, lass. Okay. We didn't forget. You'll be wanting to head to the House of Sticks. I just want to do flavor dialogue. Maybe next time I won't even bother, Jack. Implying we forgot. I guess I didn't actually know where the House of Sticks were in the first place anyway. Yeah, I guess the fastest would just be this. We got a bard playing. No time for that though. Well, maybe a little bit of time. I'm not sure I recognize this tune. Okay, now I recognize it. I recognize it, but I can't quite put my finger on it. That's right, Song of Storms. It is Song of Storms, right? Okay, that's enough. Oh, we got a cheer though. Let's see. Right, we have to go to the residential district, do some menuing, mount up and head this way, do some more menuing. And that's the fastest way to get over here, I guess. I think. Fast if you don't stop to listen to the music on the way. So who's this new guy? Oh, he's not the old guy. You want information? Then come, render unto me what is mine. Was this guy doing like the same thing that the old guy was doing? He like hired a bunch of kobolds to jump us? If he did, then I hope we didn't actually kill those guys. If you had a sack of gil for every time someone entrusted you with a sack of gil, you would need a bigger sack. Well, yeah, because you would have more gil. Yes. Yes, this seems to be everything I was promised. The back alleys are awfully profitable, eh? How about these True Hounds? Most of the Salt Hounds crawled back to land after the calamity, but a few refused to leave the seas, and took up again as the True Hounds. They sail under the black flag of one Captain Rosalind. Rosalind? Whatever. They boast the strength of a crew twice their size, mostly because of the Pluto they take. Pluto? What does that mean? It's not like capitalized, it's not like a proper noun. Is that like a normal English term? With their muscles bolstered by the substance, and a healthy dose of natural viciousness, they have brought themselves fortune and infamy on the eastern seas. Now, however, they've hidden their ship away on Hullbreaker Isle, and made their way to Costa del Sol. Seems they fancied a cup of ale, and a peek at the dancing girls. They mentioned Hullbreaker Isle, that's like the one dungeon that we did back in A Realm Reborn, and also again as like a hard mode dungeon. I guess that dungeon was also associated with pirates, like the pirates that we're usually used to, the sirens and the Krakens, Corvalane's guys, and even like the older pirates that are now retired or whatever, but is that just like a den for pirates or something to hide out in? And will this quest actually take us back there? They could do like a solo duty that reuses the dungeon space. But that might be a bit too, like, I don't know, it seems like they might not have the budget for that. Or something. Anyway. It won't be hard to spot if you wanted to look. Or, it won't be hard to spot if you wanted to look. I guess I am reading that right. But do so at your own peril. Drunken pirates might not frighten you, but Redway, their new sellsword, should. I'm not sure what tripped me up with that first sentence, For some reason the grammar didn't make sense to me at first, but it just seems normal. Don't know why I was tripped up by that. They say he's an ex-member of Guardian Covert Operations, one who has thrown himself into the study of ninjutsu. His pursuit has paid off handsomely, albeit at the cost of his humility. Stay vigilant, or you'll find his blade pricking your back. Anyhow, that's all from me. Give my best to the dim one, little chick. Oh. Wow, he appeared in the quest after all. Okay. You know, since they said they introduced a new guy, I was wondering. How funny. Because if they were going out of their way to say this guy's new or something, then he wasn't just going to be just some random NPC for nothing. I didn't actually think it would be him, though. A thrill-seeking milksop. No, wait, this guy's for the quest, or not the quest, the fate. He's just standing right next to the quest. He has nothing to do with the quest. Hey, wait. Isn't that like the same... This is like one of the guys that attacked us. Like one of the 4 shinobi imperial guys that were guarding the pieces of our outfit during that one mission. She's like sitting in the same exact position, like right next to that coconut or whatever that is. Redway, 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 I lost me plunder. That's coin I may never get back. But you convinced me to give you time. Make your report worth me while. I'll have your head. Well, she's obviously not the same imperial spy, but it's funny that she's sitting in like the exact same spot. With like the exact same outfit, I think. No. The other one had like the big hat or something. Anyway. There were 2 thieves, Captain. The Iron Orchid herself, and some servant. The latter looks to be more brawny than brave, but the princess is dangerous. She has 2 shinobi in her employ. One is a Dominjonin Obero. He too is a force to be reckoned with. The other is a Lalafell, Komoy if I'm not wrong. She is famous in her own right, and dangerous. Their involvement makes me think the princess has more coin than she lets on. These 2 are responsible for my master's death. Their services cannot be cheap. Your master's murderers, eh? You wouldn't be dreaming of avenging Gekkai on my time, now would you? Vengeance, Captain? Why? Gekkai treated me like scum, he and Karasu both. Because I wasn't from their precious little village. But Obero, if I triumph over Gekkai's favorite, I triumph over the lot of them. That is my heart's desire, yes. I could give a gnat's arse what you do with the ninjas, but it's not them I want. It's a princess, alive. The way I see it, the auction's the perfect trap. Baited as it is, with a Yatsuragi dagger, or Yatsurugi. The Iron Orchid can't resist. Catching her then will be easy and fast. Savvy, Redway? Of course. The princess won't stand a chance with the guard doubled. No, she won't. Like a ninja, scouting ahead. Back to Limsa then. I was thinking for the next set of quests, level 61 to 70, which would be on par, it would line up with Stormblood. We won't be able to do all of those quests all at once like we're doing right now, mainly because even if I did grind out to level 70, which I'd normally have no problem doing, I would still have to unlock all of the areas that we have to go to for the ninja quest line. And I looked a little bit ahead to see where the quests take us to, like where you accept the quests, without really reading what the quests were about, and we do actually have to reach Hingashi and like go into further areas that are later in the Stormblood expansion, so either I'm going to have to do all of the quests all at once, like late into the Stormblood story, or I'm just going to have to like do them as we unlock the areas and reach the right level. I guess I'll try to decide later. Wait, damn it, we're not meeting here. Why did I think we were meeting here? I'm not sure why I thought that. Wait, what happened? I could have sworn the map was telling me to go back to Limsa. It was. What is this? No, wait, that's the main quest again. Right. Well, Corvaline still isn't ready. He might be ready at the end of this episode. Or maybe not. Welcome back, Omoy. You may enter. I don't have to read that, it's the same every time. Well, I guess it was different that one time when we were actually attacked by Karasu. That was interesting, when he didn't let us inside. Clean, tidy, cozy. A bloke could get used to living in a place like this. This better not be some ploy to worm your way into my good graces. I'm pretty sure these aren't Ninjato, though. They don't look like Hingashi, I don't think. I guess they're more like a... What's that part of the world called again? I guess we can see it on the map, can't we? It's more like Azim step-coded or something. Like this guy, at least, I'm pretty sure is, and maybe her too. But they're not Domin, or rather they are Domin. They're like from this part, like the actual Domin part of Doma. Because this is O3rd, the continent, and Doma is just this part. And I think also this part over here. But mainly this part's Doma. So I guess these are, I mean, they're not Hingashi, they're Domin plates, but they're kind of mixing like Chinese and Japanese stuff in Final Fantasy, so all the shinobi are from the China part of the world, that they call Doma. But also Hingashi, like the Japan part, is mixed in with that. I think Oboro even mentioned that the shinobi traveled from Hingashi to Doma, or something like that. But I'm pretty sure all of the shinobi that we're mainly going to interact with as part of the main story are pretty much from Doma, so it's like Chinese ninjas, basically, I guess. Never really thought about that. Were ninjas in China? I don't actually know. Did they ever cross over like in real life? Success, Komoy? This Rosalind is a clever one, spying upon us through a red way. Princess, the foe will be watching for our tricks now. Reclaiming the last treasure will be that much harder, so I beg you, leave it to a shinobi. I know there's sense in what you say, Oboro, but this is my problem. I alone must solve it. I will not allow more people to die in my name. The true hounds didn't just steal the treasures. My people stood in their way, and many died. Too many. I wanted to fight, but my vassals wouldn't allow it. And as they were cut down, they called for me, screamed my name. You can't imagine how that feels. My lands are so close to destruction. My people are on the brink of starvation. If I do not do something, all of their sacrifices will mean nothing. When I came here, I vowed that I would bring prosperity to my country by finding and selling my treasures, alone. No one would ever die protecting me again. Not my small folk, nor my vassals, nor you. You don't want anyone to die protecting you, Princess. What about those of us who would give our lives willingly to defend you? If you don't trust in the shinobi then I'll slice open my belly. Harakiri. I'm bound to you, Princess, but they're not. We've given them no coin, no gratitude, and yet they're still helping us. You can trust them, you have to, but there's no taking back the treasure. Trust the shinobi, or lose me, and add one more to those who died trying to protect you. That'll get you to stop, right, Princess? Really showing his resolve here. Akagi, you have the strangest way of... Clearly the shinobi have left a great impression upon you. Oboro, Komoi, consider this my formal request. Help me retake our last treasure. But I have one condition. No matter what happens, you will not lay down your lives for mine. Don't worry, we weren't planning to. Call it a duty to stay alive, if you wish. A duty to stay alive? Is there like some kind of translation there where that's... I don't know, feels like there's something there, it's... To stay alive, An interesting notion. Shinobi are trained to put duty ahead of all else, including our lives. That said, Komoi, this is a mission that has been given to you. You are duty-bound to see it through, and come what may, I know that completing it will aid you, or aid in your growth as a shinobi. Now we wait, and watch for signs of the auction. I'll approach Jack. With the eyes and ears in his service, we'll spread a web, and so catch word of the Yatsuragi clan's dagger, or Yatsurugi clan. And beyond dream within a dream. I guess we'll see that in action during whatever inevitable solo duty we have. Solo instance, whatever it's called. I must retake the last treasure. It's a great feeling, having a roof over my head again. Have you guys been sleeping out in the wilds? Did you hear word about it yet? It seems the True Hounds have already held their auction, Komoi. That was fast, we missed it. Some collector bought the Yatsurugi clan's dagger. However, the princess's reputation has kept him trembling at home, and he paid a small fortune to have the blade brought directly to Ishgard. Okay, right, this would have been during the Heavensward stuff, so I guess they're taking us to Ishgard for this. So we strike while it is on the move. I look forward to taking it back from the True Hounds, though there is still a question of their guard. Komoi, you mentioned the pirates regularly use Pluto, yes? Should someone exchange this for a powerful sleep draft, such as lavender incense? Couldn't we just face them out in the open? Or is there something in the Shinobi Code that forbids straightforward solutions? Yes, it's called the Rule of Cool. It's cool to do this sort of thing, poison them like a ninja. Nothing so formal, Princess, but a stealthy approach best allows us to carry out your orders. Stay alive, and retake the treasure. The True Hounds base their operations in Lenosia. They will supply themselves in Limsa for the journey north, a weakness we can exploit by dividing into two groups. Akagi and I will search for the True Hound supplies. Princess, you and Komoi will visit Kyokyo-rune in Hawker's Alley. I've been informed the shopkeep has lavender incense in stock. Is this a jest? I'm perfectly capable of going shopping without Komoi's help. But we're a shinobi, we're gonna shadow her anyway. Here, Komoi, the funds to purchase the incense. Good luck. If I had a sack of gil for every time someone handed me a sack of gil, I'd need a bigger sack of gil. I fear the princess will find shopping to be more of a challenge than she thinks, without sufficient funding. Never ask for anybody's help, does she? This was the level 58 quest, right? In which case, only one more after this. There'll probably be a long one, level 60, so should be enough for the hour. Komoy, you, I seem to, Kyokyo-room puzzled my puzzling customer. She makes demanding demands, but has no shinies. Remittance for a pot of sleep-inducing lavender incense, payable to the Kikurin merchant Kyokyo-room. Nothing fun there. Trade for incense. Kyokyo-room promise. Good for good night's rest. Breathe deeply for deep, deep sleep. Look, I just forgot my coin purse, that's all. Anyway, you have the incense now. Does it matter who paid? And where are Kagi and Oboro? What was she thinking coming all this way? Her mother would have died of shock had she lived to read that note. That voice. No. They can't. Not here. More friends from home? Great. Even more people that crossed the ocean while we were waiting for Carvalane. He's even slower than we ever could have possibly imagined. I can't believe it. How the princess doesn't realize she is our land's sole ray of light. It's quite beyond me. If we don't bring her home, I shudder to think what will happen. Gods, why would they come here? I told them I'd be back, just after I found the treasures. Princess Yuki, did you... Shut up, you oversized oaf. We're leaving now. Princess, what'd I do? Princess? I suspect I am better off not knowing. In any case, the true hounds are storing their supplies near Fisherman's Bottom. I will follow the princess. You go and make the switch before the guards return. That's just generic dialogue. Quickly, Komoy, you must switch the Pluto for the sleeping draft before the guards come back. Oh. Wait, where is Fisherman's Bottom? I guess it is right here in the Nocia. Didn't actually recognize that name as somewhere here. Wait, is there any fun dialogue? Not really. Not dialogue, I guess flavor text, or whatever. Hide. Even though we're gonna exit hide as soon as we click on this. Well, that's the last of it. Now that we're getting to Ishgard. Captain won't go within 20 yards of the shroud, mate. We sail to the Dravanian hinterlands, and hook back around west from there. Really? All the way from the hinterlands? Is that faster? Fair bit of land between there and the Holy See, that's what I'm saying. What if we stopped off in the smoldering wastes? A dose of our medicine will carry us the rest of the way, eh? Don't believe that to the whole harbor. They're the thieves after us all. Or after this all. That's why we're taking twice the guards. Huh. I'd like to see her try and take it now. They'll take the sleeping draft and be out like babes. Come on, let's hurry to... where was it again? I wasn't paying attention either. The Smoldering Wastes. Komoy, what manner of place is it? I've never visited Dravani myself. Okay, I guess we can still teach you a little bit of Eorzean geography. Ah, thank you. The princess and I are both experienced travelers, and we will meet you there. Where is the smoldering waste? That's the smoldering waste, okay. So they sailed like all the way, well actually I guess that's not too far. So they didn't want to get anywhere near the Black Shroud, but I guess they can't like sail over here and just enter Cortus. Maybe there's, I mean, in the playable game space you can only enter Cortus through Mordona, which I guess they could have gone like through Dandelion there, but there is a Garlean base which ostensibly has like some leftover Garleans or something. So maybe they can't take that route. So maybe the route that most people take whenever traveling to Mordona or to Cortus or whatever, they actually have to like go through the Black Shroud or Dandelion to the Black Shroud, around Mordona, and then into Cortus that way, without going past the Garlean base. Or they do what they did here, and I guess that actually makes sense, sailing this way and then going from Dravania to Cortus. That's actually better than the other route, I guess. Assuming that this route doesn't actually exist, this straight across route. You'd think there'd be like some kind of port town around here. Maybe in lore there is, but not in the playable game space. Could just be like impassable mountain ranges or something. All unconscious. Komoy, Oberon's plan worked. But not all the patrols have reported in for their Pluto. They could be back at any moment. Stand guard while I search these crates. The Midari Kanemitsu has got to be in one of them. Take the south, the Kagi's to the north, Oberon's to the east. When you finish your own patrol, return here. They should be back by then as well. But as I said, no matter what happens, do not lay down your life for mine. Where in the hell is it? We got some trouble. We get to see our new animation. Dream within a dream. Okay. That's actually visible this time. I like that. Mug. And when does the mug upgrade? Level 66. Oh, that's actually... We're on the way to that. I thought we were done getting upgrades. No, wait, hang on. We are done getting upgrades for up until the Heavensward stuff, but this will be part of the upgrades during during Stormblood. And this one upgrades 92, wow, okay. Gonna be a while before that one becomes viable in AoE. When do we get the Ninki gauge? Because I want to organize my gauge on the right side without having to redo the work, and the first Ninki action we get is going to be Hellfrog medium at 62, so that's going to be during the Heavensward, or rather during the Stormblood stuff. So I guess I'll just leave the thing in the bottom right and center things after I get the Ninki gauge, which should be pretty soon, I guess. Right, I walked right past her. No, wait, where is she? I told you I'm no good in a real fight. Komoy, Akagi is wounded. We must tend to him once we are out of dangerous paths. I found it. Haha. Everyone back home will be so happy. It's over, my friends. I can finally bring prosperity to my lands. It will be all right. Splendid. Then let us... Wait. Do you sense it too, Komoy? Bloodlust. The foe is near. You played a clever trick, Oboro, but not clever enough. No liquor nor Pluto ever passes these lips. And now I've found you. What to do, what to do. 3 able and 1 lane could make for an interesting fight, yes. But I hold all the cards. Why risk it? I've come to offer the princess an invitation. Your countrymen miss you so terribly. They've called for you, cried your name ever since we caught them. Surely you'll want to join them, yes? What? Princess, no. Put up your blades. Fate played us for fools. Redway, I'll go. Ha ha ha, look at me now, Gekkai. I won. I've beaten your proper Domin shinobi. Yeah, by cheating. Which I guess is valid in the shinobi world. It's all about cheating, isn't it? Oh, but you'll try to rescue her, won't you? If I see anything out of the ordinary, Opero, I will slit their throats. Yes, yes, starting with Yuki's. See to Akagi, shinobi. Farewell. Don't just let them get away. After her, Oboro. Damn it, man. Move, we're all... Wait, Komoi? You can pursue her if you wish, but you must see to Akagi's wounds. That was the princess's order. I know we could have fought, but I understand why she chose not to. Had Redway escaped, his hostage's lives would have been forfeit. Yeah, he did escape before, I guess. More dead in her defense. The decision was hers to make. It is not our place to question it. We can do nothing more for now. Let us return to Lenosia and tend to Akagi here. Nope, it's Lenosia. Right, and then just over there. Every time I click on the Ethernet or click on the Aetherite to try to access the Ethernet, it's sort of like a instinct ingrained in me by the city-states having the Ethernet. Akagi is distraught, but alive. I will tend to his wounds in your place. But the moment he is better, we will mount a rescue. The princess did not forbid us from trying, and I would hate to see Redway win. For the moment, train your mind, practice your blade. You'll need all of your skill in our next battle. Okay, didn't learn anything new. I'm pretty sure we don't actually even learn anything new for level 60. Maybe previously, I imagine previously, before they overhauled things, you learned something at level 60, but with all the overhauls, not all quest line completion, like not all final quests in the expansion for the job are gonna have something for you. It's kind of like, I don't fully understand how they decide which level you get these at. Like why 62, 64, 66, and like our previous upgrades were 52, 54, 56. When they could have just as easily had you like get this ability at level 60 as your big reward, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Iga garb. Oh right, you always get like a new outfit. Do not raise your voice, Komoi. The woods are filled with hostile ears. Maybe there's something in that garb chest that I could actually use to replace the hand pieces or the leg pieces. I do like them, but there could be a better choice. I have no doubt the shadows that surround us are Redway's. How he found us, I cannot say. But why? His hostages already shield him. Does his fear so consume him that he would slit our throats while we are helpless? This is cowardice, or madness. His men will try to catch us unawares. I say we let them. Go and patrol the outside. Pretend to doze off at some point. Our foes will strike. Once they do, make sure they do not live to report to Redway. Do not worry about me, Gomoy. If any shadows enter here, I will ensure they do not leave. Sure is a fine afternoon for a patrol. And immediately, we're going to sleep. It's just that tiring walking from the front entrance all the way over here. Ah, you caught us. Fire. And around the backside. Around the backside. This is my favorite napping spot. No window for Obo to catch us dozing on the job. Fire. Have another. How much of these do I have? I think I need to actually upgrade this. Oh wait, I think I actually have... No, they're actually recommending that I wear this, but that's only good up to level 60, and we're 61 now, so I think I do actually... For some reason it's not registering that this is better. Or is this better? Wait, hang on. Conservator, yeah, that's for this class. Though I actually don't have a second ring for this. Well, this is fine. We don't need, like, every slot filled out. This is all level 60, so this should be good for getting through Stormblood without really having to upgrade anything. And this is, like, on par. I mean, not really. It's actually level 150. But being a little bit underleveled... Well, actually, no, wait. This would only be on par if we had, like... the high-end level 60 gear, which would bring us all the way to the end of the level 70 questline in the main story, I guess, so... Maybe I will want to get some new ring gear, whatever. I'll consider it later. Princess, I failed you. Thank you. I sense we are free of unwanted visitors. Akagi is on the mend. We have seen our duty through. Now the princess awaits our rescue. I spoke with Jack, and he has commandeered a boat for us. The plan had been to slip across to Hullbreaker Isle from the Morby dry docks and find the princess. However, if Redwade's scent is cutthroats here, we will not have neglected the docks. The place is likely swarming with guards. It would be unwise to continue without reconnaissance. I'd only slow you down if I went, wouldn't I? You have only just healed Akagi. Princess Yuki wants to keep you safe, and you would serve her best by remaining here. All right. Komoe, I'm entrusting her life to you. Please bring her here. Bring her back safe. No, really, you don't have to check up on me. I'm fine staying here. Too much of a coward to be of much use anyway. What are you waiting for, Komoe? We're waiting for the flavor text. We're actually waiting for Carvelane's boat too. We're always waiting. You'll be ready soon enough, though. Up here somewhere? There you are. were we alerting the guys over here? Okay, the enemy NPCs aren't here yet, I don't think. Or, no wait, they are here. Okay, yeah, we're supposed to be spying on them, and I walked right in front of them. I always like that when they have the quest NPCs, like, as part of the world. It just kind of makes it look more realistic or something. More in-world or whatever. Rather than just spawning them in when the cutscene starts. This is even worse than I imagined. There are true hounds everywhere. We cannot risk open battle. Princess Yuki will die if even one escapes our blades. I have a plan, but you will not like it. Tell me, Komori. Do you recall what the princess ordered you to do? Stay alive? Exactly. You are bound to her, Komori Moriko. I am not. I am an ally, and my death means nothing in the eyes of duty. But if you die without delivering the princess from danger, then as a shinobi, you have failed your mission. You must live to save her, so I must be the pawn, and I must be sacrificed. What's he got going on in that head of his? Sounds insane. Redway's eyes are on me. If I surrender, he will lower his guard, giving you the chance to sneak over to the isle. I did say you would not like it, but it is the only way. I hope you are ready. I trusted you, Komori, and now you show your true colors. Craven, I call you. You are no shinobi. You are a mistake. I should never have taught you the ways of my village. Get out of my sight. Ooh, forgive me, Komori. I had to give them a reason to believe we parted. No matter what happens to me, you cannot interfere. Now the princess has only one shinobi, or now the princess only has one shinobi. Watch for your chance to save her. Her fate, our fates, are in your hands. The whole reason Komori's out here seeking power is so that people don't die on her again. And here Jack is, or not Jack, Obero is pulling this kind of shit. You slew all the South Swords I sent to find you. Perhaps I should have spent more on them, and less on buying the location of your little shack. Well, a good lesson for the future. But really, Obero, how could you be so stupid? You could have fled with Komori, but did you? No. You scurried back, like a child who hasn't learned to fear his father's fist. I told you I'd slit the princess's throat if you came after her. I still may, if you don't comply. So come along, or she'll die. Screaming, yes. Bastard, have you no honor? Don't hide behind your hostages. Fight me. Why should I? You and your honor have lost. Your way, the traditional way, is out. In with the new. Change requires sacrifice, Obero. Your village, for example. I'll lure your elders into the open with you. The connotation is, I'll lure your elders into the open with you, and they waste your houses. Then I'll build a shinobi anew in my image. Simple, yes? This guy's like a weeaboo that wants to become a real shinobi. Like, not overthrow, supersede them. If only that were today. Maybe I'll keep you alive to see it. Now heal, Obero. Your princess awaits. Komori, why are you skulking back here when your friends are in danger? Okay, he came after all. Traitor, you... Damn you, shinobi. The princess was right. I should never have trusted you. Go. Come on, get. I'll save her save her on my own bloody self. No, wait. Save her my own bloody self. What? Just a mummery? Obero's put his life in danger for the princess. I knew that. Never doubted you, not for 1 second. I've bound my leg proper. I can run on it, and fight on it too. I won't win renown back home if I just let the shinobi do it all, eh? Let's take the battle to them. Thank you, my friend. You won't regret it. Now to the Morbi dry docks. I feel like Akagi might have been like a samurai guy instead of a warrior guy. If they had actually developed the samurai animations or the weapon or the skeleton for the model or whatever you would call it during the time of Heaven's Sword, which of course they were still working on that. Maybe he would have been a samurai, I don't know. It just seems weird that he has an axe and he's like Domin. I don't really associate axes with Domins, it's more of like a warrior thing. Not a guard left. I suppose Redway's got them all keeping watch over Oboro. Well, Komoi, it's now or never. Let's get across to that island. Oboro said something about a boat. Okay, so we are actually going to the island for a solo instance, that's fun. And hopefully they change the time of day. It is a solo instance. Damn it. I can't believe this. Maybe it was always going to be night anyway, but still. Princess, forgive us. We never meant to cost you the treasures. That's a lot. Good to have the plunder back. Oh wait, she wasn't actually the one we were spying on down there, I don't think. I thought that was her in the red outfit, but that was just like the Storm, like the military from Nosla Minsa, or whatever you would call them. You have what you came for, Rosalind. Now release my people. Lads, I remember seeing an empty pair of shackles in the brig. Stow the princess below decks along with the others. What? No. You gave me your word. You said... You believed I'd actually barter treasures for hostages? Ain't a reason in the realm for me to keep that promise, child. Captain, I caught him. Allow me to present Oboro, the last of the princess's would-be rescuers. Oboro? Why? Why did you follow me? Oboro's disciple ran away, Captain. Yes. Fled with her tail between her legs. These so-called shinobi were never a match for me. And the new order will follow me, fight for my attention, and beg for my teachings. Yes, yes. See, Princess, I paid for Redway with cold hard coin. And you got yourself 2 rat-eared ninjas. With what? Promises? Huh. You get what you pay for. What's this? Is the Iron Orchid wilting? You lost your baubles, you lost your bodyguards, and failed your people. How's it feel, eh? That was a pretty fun animation. Is she like the only person in this game that does that animation? Ugh. That would be us. Ninja. You. No, no, no. You're not supposed to be here. Get away. Leave. Komoi? Akagi? Tell me, Princess, how does it feel, knowing you are not alone? You need not despair, Princess. Here are 2 who still serve your name. Please, trust to them. Save me, Komoi. I order you to defeat these dogs. have your duty, Komoi. Don't have to tell us twice. Let's start with these guys. Didn't have to use a mug on that guy, I guess. Oops. I should pay attention to what they actually want us to do here. There we go. Gotta target the bindings, not Obero. Ah, you got us. No, don't hit Obero. And Obero joins the fight. I didn't do it from the flank, oops. Mudra of Summoning. Any more? Conjure. Oh, Cure. Cutter? Conjure, whatever. Oh, I needed I need to activate the thing before my thing came back here. The shadow thing. Oh well, we won. I think. No, wait, it's still going. No. No, this is not worth it. My reward is not worth my life. No. Oh, mutiny. So let's see. What's the proper way to do this? We start with mug like this. And then we do, I think, this. Then that. Then the rest of it. Ah, we're stuck. She's hanging on. Okay, that was weird. She was like on 0.1%. I thought she was gonna do something special or like it was like a story event. I guess she really was just on 0.1% and somehow survived. Princess, thank the heavens you're safe. Before we continue, was there anything there like it's kind of hard to catch all of that dialogue, but I guess it doesn't really matter. We kind of understood what the story was. It was just like that one point where Redway was trying to run away and then Rosalind attacked him and then became the boss for like a brief period. I guess it was just a moment of like no honor among thieves or something like that. Okay. Gotta go back and read every time because I always miss that during battle. And what about you? Are you hurt? We can seek treatment upon returning to town. Komoi, I was lucky to have a shinobi like you in my service. For all my skill, I couldn't have done this alone. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. The treasures of the Yatsurugi clan are mine. Their sale will buy tools for farming and storehouses for our grain. With hard work, our lands will prosper. You have our thanks as well, shinobi. The princess is the standard we rally to, the beacon that will lead us to restoring our nation. There are not words to express our gratitude for defending her. Well, I hope now our lands will be free of winter. May the snows melt in the spring sun and deliver us from our cold, parched lives. Come, my friends, let's go home and rebuild. Okay, they get to go home, but Carveline is still getting our boat ready. You completed your mission, Komoy, and saved a country and her people. Remember this moment, to look back upon with pride in your heart. Well, I think we must away. The storehouse awaits, as do long meditations on today's events. Be over every time. Gotta find it every time. It's not that hard. But for some reason I have trouble every time, I don't know. I guess the map in this game is huge, so I'm used to like going all over the place with the map, and I mean it gets bigger than this, so even though this part of the map is like relatively small, I still have trouble finding what I'm looking for immediately. That was a promising first mission, Komoy. Only one most skilled in our art could have earned Princess Yuki's trust as you did. But for now, the time for excitement has passed, and I'm looking forward to quiet meditation. Oboro, so this is where you vanished to. Princess, had you not started homewards? No, she's waiting on a boat, like we are. Everyone's waiting. I had something to tell you before I left. I plan to send a formal note of thanks for the duties you performed in my name, from the Yotsurugi clan to your village. Your people and mine both must rebuild. I thought a letter might spark a friendship, but I'm unsure of your customs. Should I just address it to your village elders? Yes, that would be perfect. The village would welcome your friendship, Princess. Thank you for... Wait, to the village elders. Alright, it shall be done. Thank you, Oboro. I look forward to meeting again, Komoy. No, the elders think I've stayed in Neosia to treat my wounds. If they find out I'm running about on new missions. I have to catch her. Curses. Why does she have to be so fast? Princess, wait. Okay, that's kind of fun. And we do meet the requirements for the next quest, just not all of them yet. So I guess in between episodes I'm gonna have to decide if I actually want to do all of these quests at once later, when we're further in Stormblood, or start them now and as we get further into the story take them on, just whenever we're randomly in the correct area. I guess either way is fine. Maybe. Let's do it up here. I guess. Oh wait, we got this thing. How does that look? This EGA stuff. Is it going to be any different from like what we had at level 50? I mean like different aesthetically? I guess it's just like ninja chainmail and more like ninja cloths, sort of. I don't think any of this is going to replace any pieces of the outfit that I have right now, like not the boots or the gloves or anything. I kind of like the sandals. If I had like boots, or not boots, if I had gloves that were more like fingerless gloves or something to match the sandals, then maybe I'd do that. But I think we're fine. And in the next episode, maybe we'll catch a boat over to Doma. Maybe Carveline is finally ready. Or maybe he isn't. We'll see. Now would be a good time to take a break.